We're all familiar with the problems surrounding a lack of sexual attraction in a relationship, but did you know that you can be too sexually attracted to someone? So when does that excess sexual attraction negatively affect your relationship, and can you fix it? Here to tell you, it's Dr. Seth Meyers. When you posed this question, I thought, no, because then you're just really into each other. So explain to me why being too sexually attracted to somebody can be bad.
So being sexually attracted to someone is a good thing.
Yeah.
But being too sexually attracted to someone can be a bad thing. And it can be a bad thing because some attraction towards a person, it can almost reach a level of something addictive, like overwhelming attraction, feeling like you want to consume them, feeling afraid if you don't consume them, they'll slip between your fingers, you'll lose them. Your average person who had an average home life, received average parenting, which means, decent, normal, is going to be attracted to individuals who are probably okay for them. People who have trauma histories, people who were neglected by their parents, people who had an absent mother or father, people who had a parent who died prematurely. These are traumas they had. So think about it like a void, right? And there has been something missing, an amount of love that they didn't get. Guess who they're hoping one day is going to fill it up?
A significant other.
That person they start dating. So this person means so much to them, right? But they really shouldn't, because you don't even know them, right? It takes a good year to get to know somebody. A lot of times people meet somebody, start in the first week, start spending 3-4 times a week with the person. They feel like they can't get enough. They're so sexually attracted. What I would say to them is, deep down, you're afraid they're gonna go away. So you're trying to maximize.
Really?
Get as much of it as you can, because deep down, unconsciously, meaning you may have an anxiety you're not even aware of, deep down, you're afraid it's gonna go away.
Because I just assume that is how the start of relationships are. It's new, it's fresh, oh my God, it's so fun. And so of course you want to spend a ton of time with each other. I would have never correlated that with an underlying anxiety.
Well, think about it this way. Sexual attraction, being interested in somebody, is normal, and that's a good thing. But think about it another way. A friend, a random person you start working with who could go on to become your friend. I mean, how excited do you feel by that person? That person may go on to be one of the best friends you've ever had. You could be friends with that person for years.
You're so right.
Right? So, I mean, we shouldn't treat the criteria any differently for a new friend than for a romantic partner. We're going to be more excited by a romantic partner we meet newly, but we shouldn't be too much more excited than when we meet a new friend, because what are the odds either relationship will really last?
Right.
Don't we need to take time and get to know this person? Doesn't it take months to invest?
Yeah.
I always talk about this. If you're gonna put $10,000 in the stock market, you don't just read an article about it. Oh my God, everybody's getting great returns, and you call your bank and you do the transfer. No, you research it, Why don't people research their romantic partners better and longer?
And when you say research, it's dating. Like, why don't we...
Let some time pass.
Yeah, right.
You don't want to be too sexually attracted, because it means you're then too attached to what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
You're just hanging out. You need to see that person over a period of time in multiple situations, in multiple moods,
Yes.
to figure out who that person really is. So be sexually attracted, but don't be too sexually attracted, because that feels more like a drug.
Right. Yeah, and people say that. Love is a drug, right? I've heard people say, man, I'm seeing this girl or I'm seeing this guy, it's like a drug. I can't get enough of them.
Now, let me just say real quick, one thing I do want to mention is, when I've written about this before, this idea that you can be too sexually attracted, sometimes people have had strong reactions. This is crazy. I felt so attracted and we've been together for 25 years. Sure, right. You're the exception to the rule. There are always rules, and there are always exceptions to it. So maybe 10% of people who feel that head over heels, overwhelmed, blown over, too sexually attracted in the beginning, maybe 10% of those relationships last. But such intensity so fast, probably 90% don't.
Yes, and if you find yourself being that way and you get to know them over 6 months rather than cramming it all to 1 week, what's wrong with that? If anything, you're just taking the best advice and making the best decisions you can.